You ready?
I'm ready.
You ready?
Yes.
So we do it in Italian, yeah?
In Italian?
Yeah.
Ah, perfetto.
Oh, perfect. Okay, allora.
I don't speak Italian.
Okay, that's great. Okay, how's it going, guys? I'm here with Oriol today, and we're going to be talking to you a little bit about circular economy, cradle to cradle,
Yeah.
plastics, and all sorts of interesting
My
topics.
favorite stuff.
Exactly. And so, yeah, a little bit of background about yourself. You are actually working alongside Cradle to Cradle and trying to bring in more education about Cradle to Cradle. You've got a current
And
company.
transformation as
That's
well.
it, yeah. So you want to give a little bit of description about what you do currently?
So, I was born near Barcelona, coastal town called Calella. I studied mechanical engineering. After that, I went traveling, and while traveling, I realized about all the plastic and the big problem of our society, which is massive consumption, and this is because we have built it into a linear economy. So when I came back to Barcelona, I just wanted to work on this new concept that I learned while traveling, that was circular economy, and which the main, like the root of it is to think on creating a production system that you don't need to keep taking materials out of the earth to make more and more products. So the idea is that you reuse, remanufacture, recycle at the end all the materials that are already in circulation.
Okay, so you never lose their material; they just keep going around. And
you keep the value. That's the key. You keep the value of materials.
And this is kind of through the Cradle to Cradle is about the design, the idea of what how we think about design.
So we could say that Cradle to Cradle was the design methodology that kicked the idea of a circular economy. It's something that was invented by two men. One was a German chemist, and the other one was an American architect. And they wrote this book, which I really recommend to anyone. It's called Cradle to Cradle, Remaking the Way We Make Things. And it just proposed one kind of a production system, which is regenerative by design. It uses only renewable energies, and where waste doesn't exist. Like, we eliminate the concept of waste. To bring things down to earth, they created the Cradle to Cradle certification scheme, which is aimed to products, but it's a very holistic certification. So just from the product, you try to change the whole company, how they think, how they design, how they manufacture. And the goal is that you don't think on reducing the impact, but you create value. So you create a positive impact with your company and your products.
That's great.
In society.
And how long has that roughly been going along for?
So the book was presented in 2003, I think, and the certification started in 2005. So yeah, it's been 13 years. Now it's a private certification, but it's the holders of the certification is an NGO, a non-profit, based in the US and in Amsterdam. And the main industries that have been working on that are the construction industry, and now in the late years, fashion industry, and a little bit of the packaging industry, but not many.
There was a thing I heard about turning houses into trees and cities into forests or something like that.
That's Bill McDonough, the architect, is there's his speech, like his ideas.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, really cool. And will you say that you think that now it's only now we're starting to hear about it more and more because this whole thing is now kicked off? It's trending a little bit. Like I say, trending in the sense of like now it's everywhere you look you're seeing plastic. Videos of plastic, and now people are starting to learn a little bit more. And then it's actually funny you mentioned the Cradle to Cradle and circular economy, because they're starting to come out, but it took me, once I got into the Pure Clean Earth and started the beach cleanups, it took me a good 2 or 3 months before that word even come up.
Of course.
And it seems to be the kind of the fundamental part of everything we're trying to achieve, the Cradle to Cradle and circular economy. So do you think that needs to be really looked into more, and like all companies should be starting to at least understand what that is and how they can slowly apply that?
Yeah, absolutely. So now I've been working here in Catalonia, in Barcelona area, Catalonia, for 1 year and a half on on this consultancy that works with the Cradle to Cradle certification, and circular economy has been, we hear it on almost every meeting we go, and actually the government of Catalonia is partner of the 100 companies that want to foster the circular economy with the Ellen MacArthur Foundation, which is a UK organization that has really been the one that created the concept of circular economy.
Okay.
Ellen MacArthur is a sailor from the UK, and she was the first woman to circumnavigate the whole world. And after that, she realized that she was, I think how she explains it is that she realized how self-sufficient she was in her boat, and that she could live by herself with everything she had there, no? And then when she came back, and she saw the plastic in the ocean while sailing and everything, and then she spent, I think, 1 or 2 years interviewing people around the world that were working on sustainability. Yeah. And one of the people that inspired her most were the guys from Cradle to Cradle. So then she came back to the UK and created the Ellen MacArthur Foundation and started working with the concept of circular economy. And now it's been 6 years, and it's actually thanks to her that in Europe circular economy is the goal that companies try to achieve on sustainability. Like we almost now stop talking about CSR or well, I think CSR is in social corporate responsibility, because that's basically bullshit. It's just let's hide things under the carpet. And circular economy doesn't let you do that, because you really need to change how you design, how you manufacture, and actually always also how you sell. Because the final goal of circular economy is that we don't own products, we just use we just need the service of them. Like why would I want to own a mobile phone that in 2 years it's gonna be obsolete? I just need to use my phone, and then whenever I'm tired or I need to upgrade, I give it back to the company. They can reuse those materials, and they give me a new one.
It's kind of looking at everything as a sense of, I think it was someone mentioned that everything that around us, we look at it more as like it's food or nutrients, and that as you use it for what you need, and then once you're finished with it, it goes back in, turns into something else for someone else, whether it's another person or whether it's the environment and microorganisms. Then you don't create any waste in the term zero waste, although currently is getting such a big name on the internet of like, we shouldn't talk about zero waste because it's too much, it's too perfect. Whereas if you really understand truly the cradle to cradle, the way that everything went circular, if that is applied and learn how we can actually apply, really implement that in our lives, zero waste can actually be a real thing.
Exactly. Yeah, you actually got it very well. And actually, one of the founders of the Cradle to Cradle's idea doesn't like the term zero waste because he says that it's not positive. Yeah. So he likes to say like regenerative design or no positive impact. Like he doesn't like to talk about zero waste, but nobody understands Cradle to Cradle. But everybody understands zero waste because it's very you can make a picture on your head of zero waste. But at the end, the goal is there are 3 principles on Cradle to Cradle, and the first one is waste equals nutrients. We use only renewable energies from the sun. Like at the end, the sun is what creates the wind, the sun is what creates the tides, the waves, and also gives the energy and grows everything, etc. And the third one is that we celebrate biodiversity in the terms of that. There is only not one solution. Like you need to apply different solutions to different systems, and then it's when we enter to the complex part of circular economy, because you can change your product, you can change some materials for better ones. And that's very visible with packaging. When you give it to people, even if they put it in the right bin, if there is not a proper recycling or a system or a proper composting system, those nutrients are going to be turned into waste and are going to end up in the ocean, in the mountains, wherever. But
Yeah.
you
And
need
you start getting that negativity back about them.
yeah. So I don't know. A lot of people here in Barcelona say, "Oh, but the trucks that collect trash, they mix everything." No, they don't.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them do, but they separate it on the facility.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it's true that only 12% of the global plastic is recycled properly,
Mm-hmm.
and actually almost 50% of the plastic that is produced globally is used for packaging.
Mm-hmm.
So we really have a problem there.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
and
like,
to cut out single-use plastic would be a big.
Yeah, in Cradle to Cradle,
positive.
we believe like something that is single-use
Yeah.
or that is designed to be single-use,
Yeah.
it needs to be a biological nutrient,
Yeah.
which means it needs to turn into food for the soil.
Uh-huh.
Because if you only use it once, it's very difficult that you then can retain, like take back that value.